Today we are going to start with a draw. For me, drawing is one of the most important techniques to train in any kind of system that uses weapons. In this case, I will demonstrate a draw using a fixed blade. Drawing with a fixed blade is completely different from drawing with a blade that has some kind of mechanism, like an assisted opening or manual opening mechanism. The draw comes before the fight, so if you have a fast and precise draw, you have a big advantage over your opponent. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to use the draw with a fixed blade. In this case, I brought a blade with a design and geometry made by Turon from FCS Cali. The Radionaldo, a kick drown, is a training blade, but today I will use it to demonstrate this technique. In the first part of the draw, we have portability. So how should we carry our blade? In various firearm schools, unconventional schools, and Cali schools, from the most traditional to the oldest ones, we have portability based on a clock system. So let's say I'm here in a clock position. My center of mass is here. And I have the position of a clock beneath me. So I have 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. For this particular draw, I will position my blade on the right side of my body. Later you'll see that we have other carry configurations to help us with comfort. So for this first technique, I'm carrying my blade in a clock orientation at about 1 o'clock, okay? More or less. My body at a 45-degree angle. And as I said, we have 12, 3, 6, and 9. So I'm at this angle, my belt is carried at 1 o'clock. With this carry position, okay? At 1 o'clock, we'll use the first technique. So, to start, let's go to the most classic situation, a close-range robbery scenario, and the opponent comes running towards me, or I am caught by surprise. The worst possible situation, let's say the opponent is at medium to close range. That means if I try to draw in any way, if he's really active in the fight, that means he's launching attacks along my center line, or crossing, or maybe attacking me with another type of weapon. If I try to draw here below, I have to bring both my hands here, even if it's a conventional draw, to do this. But both hands are down here. The chance of a strike hitting my center line and me being limited or unable to draw is huge. So how are we going to do this? Assuming that he's at medium to close range, this is for opponents who are previously unarmed. So with my stronger hand, in this case my right hand, which is on the same side as the weapon, I will launch an attack to the center line. That means I can strike in any way, whether it's a punch, a slap, or anything like that. Today I'm going to demonstrate an open hand movement for Filipino martial arts in general, for unarmed confrontations in Filipino martial arts. It can be translated as handback, samples, or slap, tapa. So as soon as I make this forward movement, delivering an attack to my opponent's center line, right after I do this, my other hand will come to a central position to use what we call a partial cover guard. So to do this part of the cover guard, I'm going to hold either here or here or here. So drawing a triangle on my body, on the upper part of my body, an upper triangle, we have 1, 2, and 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. My hand can fit in any of these ways. Depending on the situation, it might change. So in this case, I'm going to show it here in the center. When I do the slap movement, the strike movement along the center line, as soon as I finish it, I make this motion. I cover my center line. Notice that when I hold my shirt, my weapon is exposed, okay? And that's exactly what I want at first. So the opponent is at medium to close range. There's an attack along the center line, and I have my blade exposed, as well as closing off my center line against any blows that might come toward my head. Now, 1, 2, I have the blade exposed. When I have the blade exposed, my hand is going to grab it. So again, 1, 2. As soon as I get the grip, it's very important to practice this. It's good for you to train with the blade you use every day, to get this grip and for your body to develop that awareness of where the blade is, and also about the grip itself, which can change a lot from one knife to another. It's great to immerse yourself in training, of course. And if you can, after you've gotten used to the training blade, also practice with your everyday blade, or with a replica that's as close as possible to it. So when I'm here, I do 1, 2. As soon as I make this movement, my blade is going to... Notice that this first strike with my blade, this first thrust with my blade isn't... I came here to do this because, again, if I make this move here, I'm left open, right? You are, as a reference, you are my opponent. So I launch this attack, he throws a punch, takes this strike to the center line, and there's a high chance that this will make my action much more difficult. So when I perform this draw movement, I don't draw with this open position because if an attack comes along the center line, it's going to be aimed at my face. When I utilize this particular draw, I execute it by coming from an inside line, moving distinctly outward from my body, thereby quite possibly striking the upper region of my opponent's torso or head. Take that. 1, 2, 3, and this way I still have coverage over my center line, in case something goes wrong again. Right, so this is our very first draw, an offensive draw, specifically using as a clear reference the clock position at precisely 1 o'clock.